Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Davo from Archon Esports, bringing you a Starcraft 2 1v1 cast today. This time on Daybreak, the ladder edition, and this time between someone who is invaluable to the Cast It community on the subreddit Cast It is killerKoala. But on Cast It, and Reddit for that matter, he is known as Angry Kittens. That's right. So he is sitting in the top right hand corner. He is our blue Terran. Yes. In the bottom left hand corner we have our red Terran. So that is correct. Today it is a TVT. Or at least one of the games I'm casting is a TVT. In case you weren't aware, this stream of games that I've cast today, there's been about 4 or 5. I was going to put them on a stream, but I decided about 2 hours before the stream that the stream was not good enough quality by any means for me to be able to actually pull off. I have it pretty easy. I can cast in HD just regularly on YouTube, and I don't want to give any dip in quality where I can, you know, where I don't have to. And I felt like I could cast these games off stream and that'd be absolutely fine. There'd be no dip in quality, but if I cast them on stream there'd be no point in doing it at all. So there we are, basically. And I've tried for 3 days to actually work out the kinks of the stream, but it quite frankly has not worked. So let's get to our game. Mr. killerKoala here is actually getting 2 barracks, and that could tell our opponent rockbreaker to expect aggression. That could tell him that indeed, because it is also known as a 2 racks opening, where a Terran will get 2 barracks and just pump Marines out for a little while, and it can be very, very difficult to deal with indeed. Very difficult to deal with, actually. So rockbreaker is going to want to do something about this fairly soon. No doubt he is actually getting his Marines already, and he will be positioning them up here just in case they can get a lucky kill as killerKoala's Marines pass by down here. That is what I presume is going to be happening. And surely enough, we do have killerKoala going out. Oh, he's also expanding as well, so maybe we're not going to see pressure. No pressure, just opening with 2 barracks. That should be like a motto or something. No pressure, just opening with 2 barracks. Now, I need to brush up on my Terran orientated build orders and like how people do them or whatever, but I know that opening with 2 barracks like that isn't entirely standard. So, you know, I should probably brush up on that. But I thought that he was going to push because 2 barracks opener usually means pushing. Perhaps he was doing it to psych his opponent out. Maybe Mr. Koala, aka Angry Kittens, could post and tell me why I'm so wrong. Tell me why there are 2 barracks. That'd be interesting. I'd really like to know. And we have both the gas going down right now, so we are probably going to see a factory or starport or something like that coming out very, very shortly indeed. Of course, the expansion just finishing up for killerKoala, and also just finishing up for Mr. Rockbreaker as well. And of course, being made into an orbital command very, very quickly afterwards indeed. Excellent. And what's okay? So we got lots and lots of barracks from killerKoala as well. So he is kind of mixing it up a bit already. Just getting a nice strong amount of bio, and already, I mean, he's got more production facilities than his opponent already. The SCV count even is very even at the moment. The SCV count is even at the moment. That's what I wanted to say. I don't know what I said before, I've forgotten, but there we are. Oh my god, this is what happens when you try and cast like 6 games in a row without being fully prepared for it, I think. Because that is what I'm doing. This is like my 6th, I think. So my brain is resorting into mush. I need to take a break. I'm going to have a cigarette and a Coke. Have a quiet sit down with cucumbers over my eyes. There we are. Okie dokie. Cool. Alright. So both players macroing up quite nice. We haven't actually seen any aggression yet. I'm sure that we'll probably see siege tanks out, as they are a staple of Terran versus Terran. It's the medvacs, the siege tanks, etc, etc. But no, we do have a reactor down, and that will be swapped over with the starport. The factory, that is, will be swapped over with the starport when the starport finishes building, so he can cram out medvacs in no time at all. That's absolutely fine. And of course, both players just macroing up, you know, pretty similarly. And I mean, both players have pretty much the same stuff, the same amount of supply. It's very, very even. killerKoala playing nice and defensive, getting a missile turret right up here because he doesn't know if his opponent is going to be 1-1-1ing him. He does know that there is 2 gas there. He throws down a cautionary scan, does see a starport without a tech lab, so I think he'll know what to expect. A factory going down on the reactor, which is slightly different, so we might see some Hellions coming out, which could be pretty interesting. But it is all yet to be seen. And of course the missile turrets as well at the back of the mineral lines can defend against other things, not just banshees. Like, you've got your medvacs. You know, you don't want medvacs getting close to your mineral line, especially when they're carrying troops, but you know. And of course siege tank on the way right now from Mr. Rockbreaker himself, who has actually got his siege tech already done. Siege tank already deployed up here on the high ground as well, so Rockbreaker, he knows what he's up to. He knows what he's up to. He's just defending at the moment. And we do have a command center going down for both players, actually choosing very similar times to expand. Rockbreaker slightly ahead in supply at the moment. It could be because he's by and large getting quite a lot of tanks out. The tanks are going to be positioned here on top of that natural ramp, and that will help him quite a lot. Sensor tower going down as well, which of course is very, very helpful for detecting drops, which is a common thing that you can expect, aka the drop is a common thing that you can expect in TVT. In fact, the detection tower doing so well, the sensor tower doing so well that it can even sense stuff that isn't on the map. That whole kind of semicircle there. Wow, is that doing well or what? Oh, goodness me. Hellions on the field right now for Rockbreaker. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? That is the key question. They're scouting around for expansions, looking to cause some damage, I think, really. killerKoala, his command center is on the way. It'll be interesting to see where he goes. I casted a game today where a Protoss took an expansion here, whereas most people will take their expansions here. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. It shall be interesting. And it does actually look like Rockbreaker is going to be going to take his expansion here in this third place, and killerKoala will possibly be going to go and place down his expansion somewhere soon. One would hope anyway, that'd be great. And of course the siege tech research done for both players. They are both Terran, so it is kind of what you can expect. As I've previously pointed out. Oh, and there was a drop there that didn't go fantastically for killerKoala. He did lose his medvac, but then managed to kill a Viking off. So maybe it was slightly worth it. Meanwhile, Hellions and Marines have been dispatched to go and deal with the rogue group of Marines who are legging it. They are kind of like that movie, Black Hawk Down. They are very much like Black Hawk Down, where their transport has died and now they are just running back to base. In fact, that movie reference is so good, I'm genuinely quite impressed with myself. That's so tight, it's unbelievable. There we are. Black Hawk Down, man. Medvac down. I amused myself. Oh no! Oh no! Wow, am I sorry about this cast. As I say, it's about my 6th in a row. Oh my god! Oh, Rockbreakers, is he going to be able to line these SCVs up? No, the SCVs do escape to safety. Some SCVs getting killed off by the Hellions though. So we did have 9 workers killed there. Pretty exciting stuff. Sorry about the choking to death previously. As I say, this is my 6th cast in a row. My throat is killing me. is terrible. Oh, non-stop talking. Unbelievable. And lots of siege tanks in the middle here. Actually, siege tanks and TVTs, possibly my favourite unit. Because a siege tank shoots a marine, boom, the marine goes everywhere. It is so fun to watch. Oh my god. I can't think of anything more fun to watch than marines just sprinkling everywhere bits of marine. It's epic. Yeah, man. It's so epic. And we have vehicle weapons on the way for both players right now. In fact, we actually have vehicle weapons 2 on the way for Rockbreaker, who is actually going a slightly more mech-orientated build. killerKoala has a lot of barracks, which obviously shouts that he's going for quite a lot more of a bio kind of thing. Meanwhile, Mr. killerKoala has 3 Ghost Academies on the way. So are we going to see nuclear weapons? There is nothing, of course, more fun than nuclear weapons. Or at least in Starcraft. So that could be pretty damn interesting. Are we going to see nukes? That is the question. By Joe! It looks like we are. Excellent. So this is the time where I ask anyone if they've seen Doctor Strangelove, so I can try and make another brilliant movie thing, but I don't know how much of the audience would have seen Doctor Strangelove. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's amazing. It's really funny. And it's historically brilliant. Oh, yeah, good words, me. Mobius reactor, personal cloaking, nuke, 3 ghosts. I know what Mr. Koala is up to. He's going to blow his opponent up with nuclear weapons. And you know what? That's absolutely fine by me. This is going to be damn exciting, and I look forward to it. Good freaking times. It does make a lovely, lovely change from the Marine Marauder Medvac kind of thing that goes on. As we can see here, killerKoala has all of the components to make up Marine Marauder Medvac as well. Down in the bottom right hand corner, Rockbreaker is getting ready to break some faces instead of rocks. He's going to be coming down here and seeing what is going on, scanning here possibly just to see if killerKoala has taken an expansion, which now we know that he hasn't. And this planetary fortress probably won't hold against the onslaught that's about to come from all these siege tanks. Look at that. It loses most of its health almost instantaneously. killerKoala does not move out because moving down this ramp can be extremely dangerous indeed. If only he knew that this was coming, but he just simply didn't. And it does look like this entire expansion is just going to get cleared up by Rockbreaker right now. Meanwhile, siege tanks on top of the ramp are being prepared by killerKoala just to make sure that no more tomfoolery can take place. A scan going down by who I can only presume is Rockbreaker there, just to see what his opponent has on top of the ramp. Okay, and here are some ghosts with the cloak, with the nukes. Oh yeah. Scans flying around the map at the speed of sound. Also, lots and lots of siege tanks sieged up, ready to go. Anything that comes even faintly down this ramp that isn't a ghost is going to get very, very blown up indeed. And here we go. Are we going to see nukes from this? I think we are. Is Mr. killerKoala going to nuke our opponent's army here? Rockbreaker. No? No. What's going on? This is interesting. We'll have to keep an eye on those ghosts. A stern eye, I think. One really, really cool thing about ghosts is if you tell them to hold their fire, they put their rifle on their back. There aren't many units that actually do that. And oh my god! Nukes galore! 3 nukes going down on the command center of Rockbreaker. And if Rockbreaker doesn't move those SCVs soon, they're all going to be toast. And the command center too! Oh! Holy nuke! Goodbye command center. Goodbye SCVs. And the ghosts get away without any problems at all. Nicely done. killerKoala swiftly rearming with 3 more nukes. And the ghost's job for now is complete. Very nice. Excellent. Ghosts being one of the coolest units in the game. They're kind of like a battle James Bond. It's like what would happen if you made James Bond psychic and put him in armor. It'd be amazing. Wow. Just think. You're coming with me, Miss Moneypenny. I'll never do my James Bond impression again. Shocking. Yeah, that's shocking. Yeah, of course, Sean Connery's James Bond was in fact Scottish and not English, which is actually kind of shocking. You know what? That's fine. I believe Scots can play Sean Connery, can play James Bond even. And here we are. Are we going to see another nuke going down? Is this a high enough profile target for the Ghosts? It is. A missile turret going down right there. But is it going to be enough? I don't think it is. The missile turret is not going to get up in time, and this nuke is going to land. Good night, Planetary Fortress. It was fun knowing you. Oh my goodness. Even getting the missile turret before it goes up. Rockbreaker looking a little bit agitated here with his siege tank army. By the way, Rockbreaker's supply has been above killerKoala's like this whole time. But killerKoala, man, the guy is playing ingenuitively. That wasn't as much of a struggle as I just made out. And oh my god, now that Rockbreaker knows that killerKoala's army is out of position, what is he going to do? How is he going to pull this off? Are we going to see some sort of... I mean, what are these tanks doing? I'm so confused. Okay, the tanks are moving out. Yeah. Alright. That was kind of confusing. And of course, Ravens on the field as well, because, you know, Ravens can detect ghosts, and ghosts can detect nukes. Can launch nukes, even. I'm not actually sure that killerKoala knows that all of this is here from Rockbreaker at the moment. Are the missile silos loaded? They are indeed. So we might actually see some more shenanigans from our ghost pals yet. And that's almost my favourite. Rockbreaker with his Ravens, ready at the first sign of trouble, or anyone trying to nuke his army for that matter. And a large bio army here for killerKoala. If Rockbreaker tried to move up this ramp right now, it might be a massive, massive disaster for killerKoala. I mean, Terran versus Terran in many ways is much like a game of chess. You really, really have to be aware of where your opponent is and make sure that you know, do the according thing, basically. It doesn't like these ghosts are going to be able to get in. Oh, man! The third expansion is going to get nuked right now. And here we go. I think Rockbreaker is choosing his opportunity to move into the base. Let's just see this. Boom! Oh, no! And here we go. Yes, Rockbreaker has chosen his opportunity to move up the ramp slightly. Very nice. Leaving some of the siege tanks behind as well. Just to make killerKoala's army that little bit more immobile. And of course, that Marine is the only guy who made it across no man's land. I mean, Rockbreaker could actually shuffle up this ramp a little bit if he wanted to at the moment. The point defense drone, really, really cool. Looks kind of like the torture droid from Star Wars. The Empire Strikes Back, I believe. It's cool. Is that the one where they blow up Alderaan? Maybe. Maybe. They blow up some sort of planet in one of the stars. Oh wait, I think that's A New Hope. Yeah, it's A New Hope. Or is it? I don't know. Anyway, basically, you know, Alderaan gets blown up and Princess Leia gets tortured, and she gets tortured by something that looks quite a lot like a point defense drone. There you go. There's my story. killerKoala is actually getting kind of battered by all the siege tanks that are in his natural expansion right now. These SCVs are in a bit of a tough spot. And the point defense drone working marvellously against the Banshees at the moment. Of course, just clearing up the Banshees straight away. And these tanks are just battering killerKoala's base solidly. Rockbreaker kind of playing quite straight up. And what's killerKoala going to do about it? He's going to run round and do some damage of his own. Yes, mixing it up, doing what he can. And actually, Rockbreaker going battle cruisers, which is not a bad decision, versus this. He just needs to get quite a lot of battle cruisers for it to be successful, I think. Oh no, killerKoala's going to get missed if he tries to move through this line because of all the siege tanks positioned here at the back. killerKoala, no! Your army, man! No! Oh, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. And there's a lull from rockbreaker. I hope he doesn't start BMing, that'd be tight. The killerKoala's not done yet. killerKoala is blowing away the siege tanks. Blowing away with the siege tanks even. But I think it's rockbreaker's game to win at the moment. killerKoala mixing it up a bit. But ultimately losing the game, unfortunately. And that, well, I think he's about to lose the game anyway. It's looking fairly hopeless. With siege tanks being loaded into medvacs and going to the main on their lone crusade. Will the last siege tank make it? No! Oh, the siege tanks perish inside. Oh dear. killerKoala still producing SCVs 2 at a time, ready to go at a moment's notice. Of course, Planetary Fortress here has to protect against siege tanks that it can't shoot, but that's absolutely fine. It genuinely, yeah, didn't look like killerKoala could do anything there. 26,200 supply at the end. Oh well. Well, that's it for me. GG, says killerKoala. And in many ways, that's absolutely fine. I think people take Starcraft very, very seriously these days, and I really liked what killerKoala did. It was fun. So have a nice day, enjoy playing Starcraft, and I'll see you guys next time. That's my normal sign off. Thanks for watching, I think, yeah. I might have already done that one. And thanks to killerKoala for uploading the video, also known as Angry Kittens on Reddit. Cheers guys, thanks a lot, bye bye!